Alright, I was just waiting for this to boot up here, make sure everything's loading. Okay, so here's what we got going on for tonight. This is an unscheduled broadcast, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start talking to a couple of guests here that we have. I'm going to open up my mic. Okay, I've opened up my mic, so you should be able to hear me in the chat, and this is also recording as well. So let me just do a quick introduction. I just want to turn the mic on so that the two folks that you see in front of me can hear me as well. Alright, so what we have going on is just a special, we're going to test out our Norrathian HG home garden Twitch video PvP Housing War Edition. Alright, so like I said in one of my previous videos, what we're going to do is test out some top tier crafters, new crafters, but what we want to do is see who can throw down and lay out some great designs, and then when you watch, you can throw in some votes and let us know who you think is, put together a better design. So what we've got then is the first trial at this, and we have two very special folks who are going to help us out with that. What I've got here on my right in the fancy armor is Remy, and then on my left in the not quite as fancy, there she waved, is Kaylee. Alright, now these are on the Antonia Bale server, and what we're going to do is I'm just going to give them a chance to talk, kind of introduce themselves a little bit, and then we're going to take a look at the space that they're going to be working in, and then maybe get some thoughts. They can kind of maybe share their thoughts on what they want to do, and we'll just follow them around a little bit. But we want you to see the design. Maybe they can share some tips, insights, but just a quick introduction to what we're doing and who's going to be doing it. Then on Wednesday, I'll be hopping in. Hopefully, if they're around, I can come in and check on how they're doing, and if can meet up with them, we can also ask them a few questions, see how things are going, and then Saturday we'll do the reveal. That way they have an entire week to work the space, and then Saturday we'll do a reveal, and hopefully I'll have a time so I can post the time when we're doing the reveal so you can watch live. Now, before I hand some time over to them, the theme, and they're going to talk on their theme, they're going to do a honeymoon suite because next Sunday, is it Sunday? Next Sunday, there's going to be an in-game wedding. So we want to pick the best honeymoon suite for the newlywed couple for them to hang out in. Supposedly, if that's what you do. Not that you'd really be noticing the furnishing if you know what I'm talking about. Alright, so let's go ahead and, well, since we've got someone there cheering, let's go ahead and start with Remy. So, Remy, I'm going to take my finger off the button here, and I'll go ahead and let you introduce yourself, and then, maybe talk about the room a little bit, and then we'll do Kaylee.
Hi, I'm Remy Baker. I am a vampire, actually, and it's my wedding, so I'm very nervous. I'm getting married in just over a week, and this is my niece, Kaylee, actually. So, and we both love to craft and to decorate, so we thought it would be fun for us both to get together and essentially make honeymoon suites to see what kind of interesting things we could come up with. Anything else? Of course, we have to remember when we're designing these things that I will be staying here, so it has to be some protection from the sunlight as well. So, one of those things to keep in mind in our design.
Really?
Hi, I'm Kaylee. That's my aunt, and she's getting married.
She's a girl of the words.
Thank you for the powerful insights. All right. Well, that's one thing that we're going to keep in mind as well as when we kind of look at the results here. Since Remy is a vampire, we're going to have to look to see what they've done to put special protections in place against like the sun. So that's another thing to keep in mind, another design element. So let's go ahead and talk about the space that we have here. So this is a Freeport 2-room inn. Is that what we're looking at?
Yes.
Yep.
Very basic in-room.
Okay, so this is the first room, because right here, this is where you're going to come in. That's the entranceway. This would be the first room. Either of you maybe have ideas, some hints as to maybe what you might do in this room first?
Uh, we got to do something about this wood. It's not very pretty. So we're still thinking about our ideas. You know, we need to look those spaces over and get some ideas and start, getting things that we need together.
Not to mention, I'm not going to give her my ideas.
And I don't want to give her mine, so we won't actually see what each other is doing until the final reveal.
Okay, we were just maybe seeing if we could get something out of you. Now, let me ask, because I don't know nothing about crafting at all. I mean, I see my wife do it and whatnot when she does the designing and stuff. Well, let me ask you. It used to be that you could like right-click on these walls and change kind of the basic pattern. Do they still have that, or will you be left up entirely on your own to put up new walls and ceilings and such?
You can do that in Freeport and Keynotes only. We are working with the same space, so we are on an equal footing. So if either one of us wants to spend the money and do that, we can, or we can skip it and put up our own walls. It's just going to be part of the design. One of those design decisions.
Okay, so what kind of challenges do you see? Like, because I'm looking here, I'm just going to just come in the other room here. Let's talk about this other room. Now, a two-room space that you have as opposed to like a one-room, what kind of challenges will that pose in this design for you? Does it matter?
Well, the fact that it's two rooms just means that there's, more to work with. Some of the strange things about these rooms, though, is they aren't square. You can see over here, for instance, there's this strange little bump out with a skylight, and this back wall is kind of at an angle. So there's some really weird things going on. The floor is not level in both rooms. There's a little step down.
And here the section of the wall comes out, but it doesn't go all the way to the floor, so there's a section under the wall that's sticking out.
Yeah, there's a bunch of strange stuff.
And the bars going across over the ceiling.
Okay, I see what you're looking at, and maybe people can see my my pointer here. Like, this jet you're talking about right here, in fact, and it leaves kind of like a lip. I can see that little spot right there under the wall. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, so
It's a strange space.
yeah, I was just looking. The more I look at it, it is kind of odd. Yeah, in fact, I see that the walls jut out. It's not just that one side, but they do it on this back wall as well.
Mm-hmm. And there's those ceiling beams that are kind of strange. So there's a lot of things that we have to take into consideration.
Now, do they have like an item limit? Are you allowed to put like an unlimited amount of items?
This room has a 200 item count limit. So there's some things that don't get counted against that, such as books. But for the most part, just about anything you put down counts as an item.
And what kind of challenges will you foresee with that? I mean, is 200 not a lot? Are you used to having a lot more?
Well, we are used to having more, but we're also used to designing in much larger spaces. 200 will probably be plenty for a room this size.
Mm-hmm.
If not, then that's just something you kind of have to work with. Is you always keep that item count in mind when you're building things. We won't be buying expanders, and if we run out, we have to work within that 200 limit.
Oh, okay. I see. I had forgotten about that. So tell me a little bit about expanders for those who might not know or might be interested in taking this up themselves.
Item expanders or item count expanders, there are two types that you can get. One is a crafted item expander. I can't remember if it's 100 or 200 items extra. Do you remember, Kaylee?
The crafted item expander is a 100 item limit expander.
And then there's also another expander that you can buy from the marketplace, and those come either a 100 or a 200 count expander. Now, they don't stack on top of each other.
You can stack the crafted with the marketplace if you purchase and install the crafted before you purchase and install the marketplace.
Right, but you can't buy the 100 marketplace and then the 200 marketplace and expect to get 300. It's one or the other.
Oh, I see. They've made it easy.
Yeah.
You can't double stack the crafted either.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, one crafted and one bought.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, that's pretty good. We've seen the space, and we have a little bit an idea what's going on. So I tell you what, why don't we just kind of end this with each of you, if you have maybe any kind of advice or a tip for somebody who wants to begin crafting and the house decorating. Like, what would be your words of encouragement or advice?
I guess my first piece of advice would be to build up your carpentry skill, because that would be what you want to be if you want to go into decorating.
Another piece of advice would be to download the layout editor program,
Absolutely.
and that makes a world of difference in decorating.
Yeah, there's some things you can do with the editor program you cannot do in the game interface.
And that lets you maybe rotate pieces ways that aren't normally allowed?
Yeah, like you can turn tables up on their sides and other things up on their sides. And just about everything you can move it up on their sides. It's wonderful. You can mathematically lay out tiles so that there aren't any seams. Just all sorts of really nice things you can do there.
Very cool. I think then probably what we might do at a later time, because you've already got something on your plate, the both of you are busy, but what I would like maybe to do is have one or the both of you get together again like this, and somehow we can pull the software up, and maybe you guys can talk about this layout editor, because from what I've heard, I know when my wife was doing this, she says it's very confusing at first. That might be a fun thing to do at a later time.
Yeah, that would be a great idea.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, I tell you what, then let's go ahead and not take away more of your time. I think the people get a general idea. You're going to take this space, the 2 rooms, kind of a free-for-all. Your limitations are it's a honeymoon suite. You're going to limit to crafted items and possibly holiday vendor, thematic to a vampire who needs protection from sunlight. And probably Wednesday or so we'll meet together again, and then next Saturday, so 1 week from today, we'll do the reveal. We'll do it live, and I'll post a time, so we'll kind of plot a time out amongst ourselves. But I feel good. Any last questions or concerns before we get going and I let you guys start working your plans?
I don't have any. Do you, Kaylee?
Nope, I'm good. Ready to start.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and just give me a second here to pull up this broadcast thing, and we'll turn that off. So then we will see you possibly on, hopefully get both of you on Wednesday, and then we'll meet once again on Saturday. Okay?
Okay.
Great. Thanks a lot. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Wonderful. Bye. They're waving. I don't know how to do all that wave stuff. That's role player stuff. They're advanced. I'm just here to run a show. Alright, so hopefully you will all catch this vid. This is going to get posted on a forum, and so hopefully we can generate some interest, so we'll meet up on Wednesday. And if I can meet Wednesday, I'll post some times for that so you can watch live the interviews and see the work in progress. And then again, when we find out Saturday when we're going to meet, we'll also post those times, and then you can see the finished results on Saturday. So they'll have at least Saturday morning. It'll probably be, afternoon, anywhere between this time possibly. So they'll have a good chunk of Saturday to work as well. So we'll see y'all later. Thank you very much for tuning in or watching the record of this, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.